She was last seen walking home from a party just a short distance from her college dorm. She never made it. For years, authorities told her family to be patient, that she had probably run off or would resurface. But her parents knew better. Because Kristin Smart didn't just vanish, she was silenced. And someone close by knew exactly how. On May 24, 1996, Cal Poly freshman Kristin Smart was wrapping up her first year at college. It was Memorial Day weekend. Students were cutting loose before finals. Kristin, 19, headed to an off-campus party with a few friends. Around 2 a.m., she was seen walking back toward her dorm. She was intoxicated, reportedly having trouble standing. A fellow student named Paul Flores offered to walk her home. He told police he left her at the corner of Perimeter Road and Grand Avenue, just a few feet from her dorm. Kristin was never seen again. When Kristin didn't call her parents that weekend, they grew concerned. But campus police weren't. They assumed she'd taken off, maybe gone camping with friends. It wasn't until 3 days later that she was officially reported missing. By then, crucial time and evidence were lost. When police finally searched Kristin's dorm room, nothing was out of place, but she had left behind her purse, keys, and ID. And Paul Flores? He quickly became the focus of the investigation. Flores had a black eye during questioning, which he claimed came from a basketball game. But his story changed multiple times. His classmates said he was known as Chester the Molester on campus, someone with a reputation for making women uncomfortable. Still, there wasn't enough evidence to charge him. The case went cold. Kristin's parents refused to let her be forgotten. They put up billboards, started a website, hired private investigators. They lobbied to keep the case open. In 2002, a civil suit was filed against Flores by Kristin's family, naming him as the man responsible for her death. But without a body, the suit stalled. Years passed, then decades, and all the while, Paul Flores remained free, living quietly, working odd jobs, unbothered. Until 2019, when something changed. A new sheriff took over in San Luis Obispo County. He reopened the case and brought in cadaver dogs and ground-penetrating radar. One location stood out: the backyard of Paul Flores's father, Ruben Flores. In 2020, investigators found something disturbing: a 6-foot-long disturbance in the soil beneath a deck. Soil samples tested positive for human blood. And just like that, the tide turned. If you've made it this far and you're hooked, hit subscribe because the next story might be even darker than this one. Now, back to the case. Paul Flores was arrested in April 2021 and charged with Kristin Smart's murder. His father, Ruben, was charged with being an accessory, accused of helping hide Kristin's body. During the trial, prosecutors presented chilling evidence. Witnesses testified that Paul had bragged about Kristin, that he had a pattern of drugging and assaulting women, that his story from 1996 never added up. In 2022, 26 years after Kristin vanished, Paul Flores was found guilty of her murder. He was sentenced to 25 years to life in prison. His father, Ruben, was acquitted. Kristin's remains have still not been found. But her parents now have something they waited half their lives for: accountability. Justice may have come late, but it finally came. How does a young woman disappear just steps from her dorm and go unseen for over 2 decades? Kristin Smart's story is a haunting reminder that persistence matters, and so does the truth. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. It helps keep stories like Kristin's alive, and may bring others home too.